Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to this RSN production. Thanks to Unibet as we start looking towards the $5 million Quokka to be run at Ascot on Saturday, April 26. And of course, Unibet have locked in Headwall as their horse, and trainer Matt Smith is joining us. Hello, Matt.
Morning, Andrew.
It must be so exciting to be involved with Unibet, but also this race called the Quokka.
Very exciting, Andrew. We've teamed up with Chief Racing and Unibet, and we're very excited to get a slot. And we're off to Perth.
I saw you on Oakley Plate Day at Caulfield talk about this horse, and we know that he had no luck that day. But I think for many of us, it showed that Headwall is capable of winning a really big race like the Quokka.
For sure, Andrew. Prior to this preparation, we obviously kept him in restricted races and just looked after him, and we won a Group 3 with him at the end of last prep, and that sort of really got us to focus on this preparation and try and map out a plan to win one of these big handicaps. Hopefully, we were trying to really win an Oakley Plate or a Newmarket. We thought with a lightweight he'd be a super chance. We weren't able to do that, but the main thing is the horse identified himself as a horse that could run in those races, and then he went to the TJ, and he was really unlucky in the TJ, to be fair. So, he's definitely the right horse. So he's got to handle the travel. That's the only thing, but, we can't fault the horse. He looks great.
I know he's only been there for a few days, but what are the earlier reports in Perth?
So far, so good. Andrew, he travelled good on the flight. He didn't really break out in the sweat at all. He arrived there in good shape. He had a good drink that night and ate up quite well. He's eaten up good the last couple of days. And Mario, who's with the horse, he rides him every day. He's reported that he's been nice and bright. So far, that's a big plus to just get them there without getting a temperature or something going wrong during the travel. And he settled in good. So he's got to have a gallop on Saturday and, come through that work and work well. And, we're excited. He's only had the 3 runs this prep, and they've been spaced. And to me, it's the right race at the right time for him. It just fits into his preparation perfectly.
I was just going to bring that up, that he's got that. You don't want to take away it because it's a sprint race, and we know that he's got that strong finish at the end. So he hasn't been overdone, given that he's been running in these group races.
Correct. Yeah, we sort of we're planning on a light prep, but racing in the big races, but not overtaxing him too much. And he's running the TJ was just so good, and he bounced out of that race the week after. He was sort of ready to go around again. So it was good timing that we got the slot, and we're in Perth, and we're looking forward to the race Saturday week.
This is what training's all about as well, Matt. I mean, you can have your lesser quality horses, but to get a horse like Headwall and to be able to take him to Melbourne and run in the high-profile races, and then Sydney, the TJ, and then hopefully capping it off with success in Perth, this is what I guess you train for.
Oh, for sure. And he sort of snuck up on us a little bit, this fella. A lot of the time it's very hard for horses to take that progression from Saturdays to listed, from listed to group races. It's hard for people to understand, but it's such a big leap for those horses to do that. And really, most of the horses don't do it. But every now and then you get one like Headwall who's been able to take that step and handle the pressure, handle the race days, and handle the training as well. So it doesn't happen that often, but we're lucky enough to have the right horse, and we're excited now. So it's not long now, a couple of weeks, and we'll be there.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to talk to Zach Lloyd shortly, and he rode, of course, in the TJ Smith. Headwall, I guess the only nervous thing for mine is just getting that run at the right time. He's got that sprint, but he needs to get clear.
That's right. Like, he does get back a little bit in his races. He's a horse that he just can't send him too much of a signal early in his races. He wants to overdo it, and that's why we've sort of held him back to the sprint, the 1,000-metre races for much of his career, because he just wouldn't allow us to stretch him out because he wanted to go too keen. So he is a horse you can't really dig up, but at the same time, I just felt like every run this preparation, he's getting a little bit more adaptable. if he can draw a gate, he doesn't have to be out the back. That's for sure. If he can draw a barrier, he could be that bit closer in the run. Would really make it a bit easier for him to win. That's for sure.
And for Matt Smith and the owners of Headwall, I predict that most of them will be making their way to the west and feeling the atmosphere of what the Quokka's all about.
It's been incredibly exciting, I think, for the owners because they haven't had a horse of this quality. We had a good mare for them a few years ago called Tricky Gal, and she was group quality mare. But I do think that everyone got a bit of a surprise with his last few runs. I don't think they were really expecting him to go to the level he has done. So, look, they're all looking forward to the race and can't wait to get over to Perth and go through the week of engagements, etc. And excitement of the race. And it's a big race and it's something we'd love to. It's a race we'd love to win. And I think he's the right horse at the right time, but still everything's got to go perfectly to win these races.
Because he has been taken along since he started racing in, July of 2022. You brought him along, and I can understand the owners thinking, gee, what are we enjoying right now? Because it was slow progression early on.
Definitely, yeah. No, he had a little setback, last year, and he had to have a long time off, and you never know if they're going to come back, but they're incredibly patient owners, and they've raced a lot of the family. They know the family well, and it's just been so happy for them to get a nice horse and a horse of this quality. With all the breeding they've done, they've bred so many horses, and finally they've got a couple of good ones. So fingers crossed for them, we can pull it off.
And for Unibet to be involved with you, Matt, we know that there are slots up for grabs, but to have Unibet knocking on your door, that gives you a bit of confidence too that a brand like this wants to be a part of Headwall.
Absolutely, yeah. No, I think they've picked the right horse. I'm sure of that, and thank goodness they have. So, look, it's great to be involved in a race like this, and everybody's super excited. It's a great concept, and I know that having spoken to Bjorn the last couple of years, he's been over there and he's just loved the whole week and enjoyed the week's racing and getting there, and obviously they were able to win it. So. Makes it even more enjoyable, but it's definitely exciting, and I think trainers just jump at the opportunity to get involved in a race like this.
Thanks for joining us, Matt. It's great excitement. We'll do it again next week. That'll be virtually on the eve of the big race on Saturday, April 26, and let's hope that Headwall gallops well for you on Saturday morning as well, Perth time. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Andrew. Anytime. Thank you.
Matt Smith, the trainer of Headwall, on behalf of Unibet, lining up in the $5 million Kia Quokka.